अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम है फ़ाहद मुर्तज़ा और आप देख रहे हैं iSuperCoder। आज हम पाइथन की इसी सीरीज़ का फिर से आगाज़ कर रहे हैं। फिर से आगाज़ तो नहीं कर रहे, उसको रिज़्यूम कर रहे हैं। उर्दू में क्या कहते हैं? मुझे अल्फ़ाज़ भूल गए। आजकल अंग्रेज़ी और उर्दू मिक्स चल रही है। लेकिन उर्दू में इसलिए बात का आगाज़ किया क्योंकि हमने कुछ ही देर में अंग्रेज़ी में बात करनी है। So, welcome to iSuperCoder. My name is Fahad Murtaza, and we are talking about Python 3 with Codecademy today. And we're going to learn further things. Let's see what's in the store for us. We don't know really, but let's just check the comments and see if everything is working fine. You guys can hear me, and everything is good to go. So, first thing first, I'm going to check on my phone right away that you guys can hear me and I'm audible. So if you could comment here, that would be amazing. If not, I'm going to check it on my own, and then we can get started right away. Okay. Okay, it's just perfect. It's working fine. Okay, perfect. So I'm audible. Perfect, perfect. Let's get started, I guess. I'm going to share my screen. But first, I'm going to open Codecademy on my own, and then we can just get started. Let me know once you see my screen. Everything is fine till now. Yeah, we know we have a lot of problems whenever we try something like this. So I understand what you mean by everything is fine until now. Good one. A good one. So my regular students are online, it seems, and a lot more people will be joining from different platforms like Twitch, Facebook, all the places. So let's get started, I guess. We have Python in here. This part. Oh, we are 21% done. So you can see that now we are like 21% done. That's amazing. That's like 1/5 of the whole thing. But let's get started anyway. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So let's just try to finish like 5 to 10% more today. I'm pretty sure that if we focus, which I can't really focus, you know who I am. If I just focus, I can, get things done. But I need help from you guys as well. So let me know if everything is going good and you can hear me properly. I'll just talk about this one. Sir, आपकी GitHub वाली playlist नहीं मिली. Facebook और YouTube पर देखा. So remind me on Messenger after this live stream and we'll talk about it. Always stay on the topic. You have my Messenger, you can just tell me directly. So never take away that, discussion to something else. It's not nice to do that. मैं आप लोगों को उर्दू में ये बात समझाता हूँ कि किसी औरत से उसकी उम्र पूछना, ये पूछना तुम्हारे बच्चे हैं या नहीं है, तुम्हारे बच्चे क्यों नहीं हो रहे, शादीशुदा लोगों से ये पूछना, किसी के पास गाड़ी नहीं है उससे ये पूछना कि तेरे पास गाड़ी क्यों नहीं है, ये बुरी बात है। अच्छा, फिर किसी से ये कहना कि तुम्हारी औलाद क्यों नहीं है, मर्द से उसकी तनख्वाह पूछना और गैर ज़रूरी बातें करना, ये सारी गलत बातें होती हैं। स्ट्रीम पे टॉपिक पे रहा करें। हाँ, ये देखिए मैं बड़ा ओपन बंदा हूँ, मेरा फेसबुक ओपन है, मेरा व्हाट्सएप ओपन है, डायरेक्ट बात किया करें, जो आपको डायरेक्ट प्रॉब्लम हो, जिसका उस स्ट्रीम से ताल्लुक ना हो, उसको बात ना किया करें। उसका नुकसान ये होता है कि मेरे जैसे बंदे जो डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाते हैं, इधर-उधर निकल जाते हैं, वो फंस ही जाते हैं। ये बात करनी ज़रूरी थी। सो लेट्स get back to it. We were here at the syllabus and we were finishing grade book. So let's just do that. So now they want us to create a list called subjects and fill it with the classes you're taking. So we'll just copy it and we call it subjects. So we're talking about the lists here. So now what you should do is put it like that, and then put the commas against each of them. Just, I think this should be okay. We can do it like that, like that, like that. So now that we have it done properly, what I can do is just put it in every one of them in the next line so it's readable. You can see the crap up there. It's not looking nice. And sorry for my language, but that's the way that I talk. Okay, so we're done here. Create a list called grades, and you just put these numbers in here. So yeah, let's just type it out. I mean, like the real cowboy coder. So let's just put grades. You write it like that. 98, 97, 85, 88. So put some space in here so it's clean. We should just put it in the same line because it looks nicer that way. Okay, now we do the next thing, which is the subjects and grades. And they want us to manually, without any methods, create a two-dimensional list to combine subjects and grades. So now we want to combine this and this, these two arrays without anything. So I don't know exactly how to do that because I think I skipped some parts because I don't really study things. But yeah, let's just think about it. Let's just think for a second how we combine these two together. So this should be aware of like zero, like matching things, connecting together. So let's try to do that. Now, what we should be doing is, okay, they don't want us to use any existing methods. So what we could do is, first we have to confirm that they are the same length. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we could do is we could combine, what should we call it? They want us to manually without create a two-dimensional list, and they wanted to call it gradebook. So let's just call it gradebook, and we do it like that. And now what we should do is we should have subjects of 0 combined with grades of 0. So this would take the first one, and we started with this array, and we ended with this. And now we just copy it, paste it, do it 3 times more. So put a comma at the end of the line. So now what we should do is, the first index, we're not using any, methods. They didn't allow us to do it. We could have done it in multiple ways, but they didn't allow us to do anything other than this one. So what we did is we just used the existing syntax for arrays and combined these two arrays. So now physics is related to 98, calculus is grouped with 97 in another list. So this is a list within a list. So we combine them all together, like the 98 is here, 97 goes here, 85 goes here, and 88 goes here. So let's just do that. Now that you get it, we should move on to the next one. And now we have a two-dimensional array called gradebook. Excuse me, I'm still suffering with this allergy, so you gotta hear my coughing at times, for which I apologize in advance, especially if you're wearing the headphones. So now let's just do the gradebook thingy. They want us to print it. Okay, let's do that. Hopefully, I didn't make a stupid mistake in all of that. I hope so. At least I hope so. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, I did make a stupid mistake. How is that possible? That I wouldn't do that. I think we're good. No, I didn't. Come on. Be a man. Okay, now this is clean. That's why you write clean code, so you can read it. There's a saying in Urdu, likhe Musa pade khuda. That means if you mu means what here. So if you write it so thin that it's like a here, then you have to come yourself. Likhe khuda. So you just have to come yourself for reading it because nobody else can read it, just like the doctors, So let's just print it, and there we go. Yay! We got it. We got it right. Awesome. Now let's just one big gradebook because they were not satisfied with one, so they want us to. Okay, this one contains the last semester gradebook. Now they want us to create a new grade called full gradebook that combines last semester gradebook and the gradebook, this one that we just created, together, and we just concatenate them together so they combine. Just put a plus sign in there. So print full gradebook after this, combining them. So print it like that. And this has to be manually checked. Now see, this is all combined together. So the last year they had, yeah, they have dance classes, they had architecture, they had physics, and no, they had dance, they had architecture, and now, no, they have politics, Latin, dance, and now this year they had physics, calculus, poetry, and history. You can see that. See, this one is combined with this one now. And if we print only that one, see, now this one, politics, Latin, dance, and architecture, they are combined with these physics, 98, calculus, poetry, and history. So we're good to go. Let's just put it back where it belongs and move to the next one. Now let's just save it. I hope this just, what the hell? Okay. We did all of these and now it wants us to do them again. Okay, they want us to add more subject to it. Oh, I thought we were done. We're not really done. So let's just get started. Now, your grade for your computer science class just came in. You got a perfect score, 100. Amazing. I never did 100 except for mathematics. Okay. Now, use the append method to add a list with the values of computer science. Okay. Add a list with the values of computer science. Oh, okay, got it. So they want us to create another list with the values of computer science and associated grade of 100. That's amazing if you score in 100 in computer science. I never did. Not even in the subjects I was good at. I've never scored more than 96. So yeah, so we want to append that to which one? To the gradebook? Yeah, that's what they want us to do. So they want us to append to, okay, yeah, they wanted to append to that. So that's how you do it. I'll be putting it at the end of the whole thing because they want us to do it here. So now we have appended the gradebook, and then visual arts. Okay, we also want to add more with the visual arts, and we'll just update it in our own visual arts. And 93. Yeah, there we go. Can't really see my screen. Why is that? The lights are shining on my face. I think I should turn them off. Can't really see. No, let's not do that. They need to fix this thing because I'm live streaming. This should not be dark because then I can't. I can see my face in the screen, and if I keep the lights on, then I can't really see the screen. It looks like a mirror to me. It's okay. We'll see what we can do in the next one. So I think we are done here with the computer science thing. Now we are doing visual arts, which is like 93. We're done. And we did use the append. And as always, we've made a mistake here. We didn't, but this software is crazy. So at least it tells you when you're making a mistake. We just do it like that. So it's more readable that way. Modify the gradebook. Now, our instructor just told us they made a mistake grading and they're rewarding an extra 5 points for our visual arts class. Ooh, awesome. Okay, let's just access the index of this one. So gradebook has this last thingy on the -1, and on the -1, and then -1, we just update 93 with what? Plus equal to. So we are adding to that value, which is plus equal to the same one. There we go. So the existing value will be added to, no, we just add 5 to that. Why would we do that? It's not crazy. Okay. Yeah, so this is bothering me. I'll just put a space here. Crazy like that. So you decided to switch from a numerical grade value to pass, and and fail for your poetry class. Find the grade value in your grade book for your poetry class. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix this. Just get the water quickly. You decided to switch from numerical grade value to pass, fail. Find the grade value in the grade book. So for which one? The poetry class. So poetry is, see, okay, I'll just print it for now and we'll see in just a moment. Print grade book. So see now 1, 2. So this is the -1, this is -2, and this is -3, and this is -4. So what we should do is -4. Go to -4 in that. Okay, there we go. Let me just confirm. -1, -2, -3, -4. So we went into the poetry class and let's put -1, -2, -4, and then we access that. So it's called grade value. It's the second parameter, or the last one. So this is the one. So poetry, we reached poetry, -1, -2, -3, -4, and then -1 because it's the last one. So the last one is called -1. So we are on -4, and then we are on -1. That's perfect. What should I do? There we go. We're done. I think that's how we do it, right? But it's a hint anyway. Yeah. So they want us to make it 2, but it's not 2. I think this is okay. I mean, this is a sublist. Yeah, it should be okay. Let's just mark it done. It's just, okay. Okay, they want us to remove that one. So they want us to, so they treat lists as the sublist. Now, let's just see how we can do that. Let's just remove this. So we didn't make a mistake in here. We're gonna treat it like a sublist of list. We'll figure it out, no worries. Okay, so it's working till here. Now we're gonna fix this thing where we are removing the sublist. So, okay. Okay, let's just ask our sister ChatGPT and try to figure out what's wrong, because I want to make it interesting. I could fix it on my own, but it will take me like 2 minutes, but I want to do it right in front of you in a much more interesting way. So let's just take that help right away. Okay, I'll talk to you guys about your comments, but let's just focus on this one. And I promise you that we'll be talking about that right away after this one. So let's just put a 5 minutes timer, and I promise that I'll be talking to you guys in 5 minutes, and we'll be answering all your questions. So stay with me, because we need to stay focused. If you keep talking, we won't be getting anything done. And I have a mission to complete by 5 a.m. So okay, now where were we? Yeah, see, I get distracted and then I get lost. So we gotta fix that thing. Okay, Now let's just ask ChatGPT intelligent questions. And that's what you can do with it. Hey, ChatGPT. This write it like a love letter, you know. So let's just write it nicely. I have a problem. This Python list, is bothering me. Just kidding. I have a list in Python. So, and this name is what? Gradebook. So it will understand what we're going to talk about. So and I want to remove, which one was that? -1, -2, -3, -4. The number 85 from the list. How can I use sublist to remove that number from the sublist, from the two-dimensional list? List of Gradebook. That is Gradebook. So you have to write it in a way that she understands it. I think ChatGPT is a she, so it's not sexist. I just like it that way. Okay, we should be good. See what she says, because we solved one problem just like that yesterday. So I'm pretty sure that it will answer us in a way that is correct. Oh yeah. It's just amazing what it can do. I'm amazed at what it can do. This is smarter than me. Okay. Ooh, this is crazy. I didn't expect that. Oh, wow. Oh, man. But this is not the way to do it. No, I just don't want to do that. No. System. Gradebook. Gradebook 1, 2, 3. Great. See, we have two poetry classes. So when you use the remove function, if you remember from the last lectures, or what we call lectures, it's the remove that remove does this thing. It only removes the first one. So this is the first one. 1, 2, 3. So let's just call it 2. Gradebook 2. And then something like gradebook 2.remove and then 85. That should do it. Let's just try it. I mean, I understand it now better, just so that I can see what happens. Ooh, awesome. Because now it's understanding. In the meanwhile, I'm writing the next question. Okay, how about if I want to remove 85 from gradebook 2? Oops. It's tired. I'm asking difficult questions. Okay. You know what? We know what to do. We were just having a little bit of fun, and we're done with the timer. So I'll just put like 1 more minute and there we go. Acha. Okay, so poetry. No, great book. Two, right? So we call it poetry, poetry class, poetry grade, and then we remove, dot remove 85. That should do it, if I'm not wrong. No, it didn't remove anything. Are we printing it multiple times? Are we? Yeah, we are. So let's just search for it. Poetry, poetry, poetry. No, it didn't really remove it. It was supposed to remove it from here, if I'm not mistaken. So we are done here. I think we just need a break, I guess. We'll just go to the sublist and ask ChatGPT once more. So let's just let it go and we'll answer your questions then. So जहाँ अपना हमजा भाई हाजिर है. Amazing. No, it is a paid certification if you want to do it on Codecademy, but my purpose is just to teach you while I'm learning. So if you want to get the certification, you can do that. But if you want to just learn, you can learn with me, and it's for free. And Codecademy has no issues with that. So you're so technical. Yeah, I can never understand coding. It's perfectly okay. You're a good writer, so it doesn't matter. Sir, आपकी GitHub वाली playlist नहीं मिली. Okay, so that's the last question. So let's just get back to the thing that we were working on. And only three of you are crazy enough to watch me at 4 a.m., which is perfectly okay. Only certain number of people work that hard, so it's perfectly okay. So let's just go back to the list and solve this problem for good. This time we're working for the next 25 minutes, so we'll just keep doing our thing and power through it. Now let's just see if we can totally do that. Remove. We could maybe try doing it like that. The user interface on this one is not that great. You can't really change it to the lighter theme, so I can see better in the face of these lights, but it's okay. So I think we should do it like that. Python, because I work with so many languages, I usually forget things, and when I forget things, I make these stupid mistakes. So again, this didn't work. Now we should get a hint. Finally, we should get a hint. Okay. So see, we access gradebook 2, use the remove method on this sublist and provide the value you want to remove. So I actually did that just now, but I don't know what's going on. So let's just, you know what? We'll just remove all of them because we're printing the previous value. So that might be the issue. So I might be doing something right, but I'm not. Okay. See, I've worked on so many different languages that I was putting wrong comments in here. So this code should be okay. Okay, now we should be good to go. So we'll print this one, but this time we'll actually print it, and we'll print it only once. Let's save it. Oh man, see, it was working. I was just being stupid. That's why taking breaks is really, 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 really important. Okay, now I'll answer one of the questions in here, and I can't see it everywhere, so I don't know what's going on. Said Mukim, Assalamu alaikum Fahad bhai, needed a bit help from you. What is the fastest way to get an answer from you? My WhatsApp. But I mean, I'll answer when I'll answer. It's not like, I mean, I'll be answering immediately. So yeah, we are good. I think every single thing is addressed. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, let's just go back and see if there's anything else that we need to look into. I'll just put my face in here and we are good. Okay. No further comments, right? If you have any comments, you can do them because we just solved a bigger problem, and I just want to see if you have any questions before we move on to the next one. We still have like a few things to do. So no questions? Perfect, perfect. That's exactly how I want it. Okay, now let's just go back. I want to check one more thing. Okay, I gotta help a friend, so just stay there for a second, and I'll mute myself, and we'll be seeing you in just 1 minute. So I had to quickly respond to a message. Apologies. Now let's just go back. And this was working fine. I was just being stupid and not printing that. So we learned a lot of good lessons today. Don't be stupid. Okay. Now let's just do that. Now they want us to append this. Okay. Now we want to add what number we want to add. So pass. So what does pass mean? You just add the pass. What the hell? Okay, let's just try that. I mean, before that we had numbers and now we have a grade. Doesn't make sense. Okay, it's okay. Now we have this one, and this is what we had to do here. Done. Done and dusted. Perfect. Let's just save it. And we're good to go. Yay! So I know that people are not really used to this kind of approach in learning, but that's the way to learn. See, I am not ashamed of making mistakes. Mistakes are beautiful. I learned a lot of things. I even had fun with talking with ChatGPT. It taught me a lot of things just now, like how to create sublist, how to remove things, how to append things. I did the same things yesterday. I did the same things the day before yesterday. Yesterday, I was involved in a controversy and we wasted some time. But I mean, see, I tried it 3 or 4 multiple times, like not even 4 times, maybe 10 times. I've like done it hundreds of times in my career, but I still make mistakes. So I want to show this thing to you that I have an experience of 22 years writing code for like since I was like a few years old. I still make mistakes and you'll do the same. So if you do that, don't get frustrated. Try again, try again, try again. And if you can't do that, this is not for you. Leave coding, go sleep, take your time. Yeah, have fun, have breakfast. Don't waste your time here. But if you have that grit and if you want to work hard towards your goal and you're not scared of bugs, then not the real bugs, these bugs that happen on in the software. So if you're not scared, then this is for you. So yeah, I wanted to give this public service message here. Now let's just go back to the Codecademy after this, what is it called? Motivational thing? No, it's a demotivational talk. That's what I use. That's what I call it. Okay. Now we have this amazing new thing, which is called Python list methods. By the way, I have a really good book. I highly recommend that. I'll just bring it for you guys so I can show it to you, and later on you can just copy that from here and understand exactly what I was talking about. So have a look at the screen. In the meanwhile, I'm just going to get the book. So read this: count, insert, pop, range, length, and sort. So read all of it. You have like 2 minutes. Read it. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Have you guys read it? Okay. Now let's just go through the questions. There's one comment. Muhammad Ahsan. For sublist in gradebook, if 85 is in sublist dot remove 85, print gradebook. Perfect. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, my man. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about this book here, Data Structures and Algorithms. So this is the book that you need to read if you want to understand these things. I apologize. So this book is the one that you might want to read. Now let's just talk about. See, this one has a chapter about the lists, and the first thing that usually they talk about is like lists and anything. I'll just go quickly through it, and I'll show you. So the list, the list class, it's just amazing the way that they have done it. I love it. Just, I mean, the things that we have talked about so far in like all these 7 to 8 hours, they're done with that in 18 pages. Done and dusted. And you have like multiple built-in functions for classes. And this book is just amazing. This feeling it is great because it's a hardcover. So I'll recommend this book. This is called Data Structures and Algorithms in Python, and this is by Michael T. Goodrich, Roberto Tomasia, Michael H. Goldwasser. So this is by Wiley. Okay. Amazing book. Amazing book. I spent like a month reading it, and I haven't finished it. It's a heavy book. Okay, let's just get back to it. Man, what do we do? Okay, so let's just try all of them. We understand the count one is counting the total number of occurrences of an element in the thing, like the list. So if you count, if they're like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, like 3 times, then if you do dot count 1, so it will return as 3. Now the same goes with insert. It's just insert the element into a particular index of array, list. The pop is just like a pop. I mean, what happens when you pop something off something? I'll show you. Just a moment. So see, think of it like a list. When you need to pop something, you pop it like that, right? Now I pop another one like that. I'm just being like my kids when they find the tissue box and they do it like that. So they're popping it. So this next thing, the range. Now, if you want to create a sequence of integers like from 1 to 3, then you use the range and you put like the first number and the last number, and then it creates a list of that range. So that's easy for creating like a numbered list or something. And the same goes with the length. Oh, I'm sorry. The length len is for just as you can see, it's just to get the length of the list. The sort and sorted, sort is to sort it, and the sorted is another way of doing it. But what's the difference? We'll talk about it. Yeah. We also have a cheat sheet that I might be sharing with you guys. I'll be sharing this one maybe. And what the hell? We should be opening it like that. Okay, this is not opening, so we'll just do this one. So I'll share this one with you guys. Yeah. Just copy and paste it in here, and you can just go through that when you get a chance. Okay. Now let's just how many minutes we have been on it? 40 minutes. So I won't be doing it more than an hour. We are learning every single day. We are moving ahead. We are just making progress, but it just gets boring after an hour. I know that only three of you are watching it. I don't really mind. I mean, I can code for 8 hours straight and I wouldn't budge. But yeah, I understand that it gets boring for you guys. So it's perfectly okay to get bored. Now let's just go to the next one. Oh yeah, now the coding starts. Now not that theoretical stuff. So let's just power through it. Only 20 minutes remaining. Now just pause it, cancel it, make it 25 minutes. So we get done within an hour. And we'll just move to the next one because I have to make, I have to work for like 6 hours today before my meeting at 6 p.m. and I have to take rest. So I have like 12 hours. So 12 hours, 6 and plus 12, 6 and 2. So yeah, about 8 plus 12. I have 4 hours to, do fun stuff today and do my day job as well. Okay. Now, okay, what we should do. We won't talk about a lot of things. I mean, we understand that this is a front display list which has mangoes and fruits and stuff. We don't want to read all that story in here, like the big story. We don't really want to do that. Okay, now just run it. See, it worked. Geo found out some great news. Pineapple is back in stock. Okay, we want to put the pineapple back in stock. I think we did that sort of stuff, but they keep on doing this exercise for no reason at all. But let's see. So pineapple is back in stock, and we want to insert that maybe, yeah? So front display, and by the way, I'm typing it on my own. I'm not copying things. And the reason is I want to make sure that I'm responsible enough to do that. Being crazy enough to, do this thing. Now we have pineapples back in stock. We just inserted them into the front display list. So every fruit and things that filet mignon is not a fruit. So this is like a list of multiple items. So we have mango, we have filet mignon, and we have chocolate milk, which I love. And this is pineapple. My mom used to make us chocolate milk all the time in the winters, and we just got used to it, and we love it. Okay, now let's just go to this one right here and run it. Run it. But what happened here takes exactly two arguments. Okay, because we want to insert it at a certain place. So where do they want us to insert that? In front of the list. So in front of the list means that we want to put it in at 0. But how do we do that? We'll just do insert. So it has to be index and then element. Okay, we're not appending it. We are inserting it at a certain place. So we first define index. So if you want to put it in the front, we just put it like that. Specific index. Just run it, and there we go. We're done. Done and dusted. User interface is not that great. I mean, it should close that, the one that we just fixed, it should close that after a few seconds so we can move on to the next one. I know I'm being lazy one, but that's the way it is. So I'm going to get the cheat sheet for you guys. So as you can copy and paste this link in here, and you can simply just click on that later on, go read it, go study, and that's how you do it. Or you can just read that book, because that book has one page which has like the knowledge equivalent to all the YouTube videos that I've written and that I've done on Python. So just being honest here, books are that good. They're seriously underrated. This online thing is not that great. I apologize, but that's true. Sorry to bust your bubble. Okay, now let's just go to the next one, I guess. Yeah. Ooh, we are popping things now. Oh, what I said about popping, right? Popping things here. You can't really pop it from here on the top unless it's a what do you call it? A stack. If it's a stack, then it's popping only heaven on the top. But if you want to pop it from a in the middle, you just have to put it like that. You need to know which one. Which one do you want? I want the first green one. So what you do is you go to the green one and you go be stupid and you there's only one remaining. Okay, now yeah. So we're gonna pull this one. So we popped it at a certain place. So the first green one, we popped it. Now, since we have popped it, we'll use it for writing our code. Now, how we do that? How do we do that? They want us to pop clown 101. So that's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. They want us to remove what? They want us to remove Python 3. So this is the last one. So we have an easy one, which is data science topics. If you want to learn about the data science, machine learning, SQL, pandas, this is like a library of Python algorithms, statistics, and Python 3. So see, that book has Python and data structures that I showed to you. So you will be doing this and data structures like what you just did. And then you learn SQL and machine learning, and you're good to go with the data science. Okay, so we want to remove. No, what do you want to do? Pop, yeah? You want to pop what? Python 3. So this is -1. It's the last index. And then, yeah, good, I guess. Yeah, there's only one thing that we're supposed to do. And only one parameter, right? Just to see if it works. No, it didn't. With no input in between the parentheses? Ah, okay, so we got to put the value in there? Ah, okay, so I think what we should do is, doesn't make sense to you, it should be just the index, But I can see the value in it, putting the value to be removed. Makes sense. Let's just see if it works. Okay, let's just study. Let's just take a step back and study a little bit about pop. They want us to do this. So I think -1 should be just fine because see, this is the last one. But what we could do is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's just do it the old school way, the way that the master wants. Okay. Now, if it still doesn't work, I have no clue what we're talking about here. Python 3. Yeah, we're doing it right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Hint, 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 hint. It's the last one. Oh, we just talked about it, remember? If it's the last one, we just use the pop. We don't need to specify where it is. So they wanted us to pop another, paper. I have, this is not my mistake. They want us to waste paper, So we just popped it without any index. No worries. Done. Now what? Now what? Ah, they just want us to print that. Okay. Yes, yes. I always forget to print. But they just give useful errors for us to. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. See, I'm being stupid and sometimes on purpose and sometimes not on purpose. This was not on purpose. I seriously didn't know what I was doing. Okay, now it looks like there's an overlap in the algorithms topic as well. Let's just use pop to remove it as well. Yeah, okay. Okay, everything is wrong. So we'll just remove this one. 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm being lazy now. Zero, one, two, three. Perfect. I think now we're good. Now, I think we should be popping. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. No, we're not. Oh, they want us to print after everything, Why would we do that? It's lazy. We should just, getting that value and you know what to do. Okay, next. Remind me to print every single time. I'll write this print statement right there on the top so I can see it all the time. Okay, so let's just take a break, like a really, really small break. We pause it, we'll come back to it and take a few questions in the meanwhile. Okay. Okay. I'm a Samak, so maybe start live on. Maybe not today, but if you want, we could just put you on live like after 9 minutes if you want. Data science topics.pop. Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. I was just being lazy. So let's just take the next question. Rafia Sajid, I'm late. Which IDE you are using and the extension that giving you instructions and hints. So this is not an IDE. This is like an online tool called Codecademy. I'll show you. So this is the interface. It gives you instructions on the left. Then you have this thing on the right, in the middle, and on the right you just get the output. So this is like a web interface. You can see codecademy.com. They have this syllabus for the full syllabus. Let me just show you full syllabus. So yeah. So I'm following this thing called full stack software engineering, and Python is a part of it. So what I did is I took a break from the main thing and I moved on to Python because JavaScript was not that interesting for me. As you can see, that Python is much more interesting for me as of now because I don't understand it. I've read books on it. I've practiced it. I've delivered applications with it, but I'm not that good with it. Yes, that's possible. So what I'm gonna do is I'll finish this one, and once I'm done with this, then I'll go back to my full stack engineer path. I am a full stack engineer. I've been doing this for 22 years, but I'm just filling the gaps in my knowledge. But you can see that HTML was no longer fun for me. So we have finished 6% of HTML. We have done web development foundations, like 15%. We have done 4% of building interactive websites, and we have done about 0% of front-end development part, especially this one, and the back-end development. So I think what I'll be doing is I'll be doing back-end development after this. Then we do the interview prep, and then I'll actually try for a number of companies just for having fun. I do have a job. I work for myself. I'm like a contractor, but I'll be applying at multiple places just to see if this knowledge is good enough to apply for a real company and get a job there. So just suggest some companies that I should be applying to, and I'll do that just for fun. So we'll just go back to the Python 3 and we'll study it. Now that the break is over, resume. Let's just hide your comment and go back to being busy. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. You're like 15 great people learning things in the middle of the night. No, it's not middle of the night anymore. It's almost morning. So thank you for joining. You're amazing. And we are just going to do the next thing. And now what's that? Okay, this is range. Now, what if you want to create like a list of numbers? And I'll explain it to you just in a moment. Let me just put that back. I'll bring my whiteboard or something. And I have no clue where it is at the moment, so bear with me just a moment. Okay, I got my whiteboard in here. So my friend Ahmed is going to introduce me to his audience, and he's just getting ready. And I'll be leaving in about 5 minutes, so we'll finish as much as possible the range part, and we'll just do the next one in the next stream. So maybe that that will be late in the evening today, but I have multiple meetings today. So we'll just quickly explain the range part. So imagine you want to do a zero, put like numbers from zero into 0 to 5 into a list. And the list looks like this, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5. I'm really bad at these things. So this is your list. That's how you want it. Like you want to put a range of 0 to 5 in this list called A. How would you do that? You do that with a range. So now let's just go back to our screen, and we are good to go. Let's just write the code. Okay. Okay. Whew. So they want us to create a list. Where's the first thing? Modify the number list so that it's a range containing. It's a range containing numbers starting at 0 and up to. Wait, let me just print that thing first, and let's see. See, this is 0, 1, 2. So a list always starts at 0. So they want us to go up till 8. No, 9, because you write the list range up to 9, but it doesn't include the number that you put in there. See, we did it with 3, and it's going from 0 up to 2. So that's what they want us to know. And do they want us to print it? No, they don't want. I'll just do the next one, 0 to 7, and they want us to put like a range 0 to 7. So if we want to put a range 0 to 7, what should we do? We should do 8. Okay, now there we go. I think we're done. We are done. We are done. We are done. Now we run it once more. We already did the 0 to 7 one. I was just being, a little impatient. Through 7. Okay, I have a really weak English language understanding. So they want us to include the 7. No, 0 through 7. So we gotta put, what the hell? Number 0 through 7. So we should be putting 8 now. We should be putting 8. I don't understand the thing. What does through mean? Because I'm not a native English speaker, so I don't really understand. Ah, okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's just put 8 and see what happens. 0 to 7. Okay. I don't understand what they meant by through 7. I put an 8. Okay, they want us to print it now. Print it, print it, print it. Print it before it goes away. Oh, come on. Okay. Range of 0 to 8. That's weird. We don't want to do that. 0 to 7. I don't understand. So 0 to 7 in this form. Oh, okay, they want us to print it like that. List. So this is a list type. So you wanted to print it like that because it's a range. So that's why it's printing a range. So there's an important distinction in printing that. So if there is a range that you use to create a list, you need to specify that it's a list. You have to be very specific about it. So now this is done. Now that we have made so many stupid mistakes, we understand how to create a range. So if you want to create a range from 0 to 8, that's how you do it. If you want to create a range from 0 to 7, that's how you do it. And if you want to print that, you got to specify that it's a list of a range. Got it? List of range. So let's just do the next one, and we are good. Let me check if Ahmed is still here with us, and we should be good to do the next one. So in the next one, we'll just do, we just finish the range part. We'll do lists. We have done this one. So length, slicing, counting in the list, sorting list two, and review. So that will be the next one. I'll finish that one. And most probably we'll also be doing one of these, like working with list in Python. And this one we'll do in the next one. So yeah. So this one is a quiz, I guess, and this one is a project. So we'll do one of these. We'll finish one of these. In the meanwhile, I recommend you do, actually, we'll just do the quiz right away. Yeah, that should do it. We'll just test our knowledge and maybe go back and see what happens then. Which of the following lines of code will tell us how many times win? Okay, so we understand it's exactly like that, because that's how Python writes it. So next, and breakdancing from the list. Okay, not pop like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is like pop. There we go. Which of the following code selects the last three elements of my list? Okay, so it's -1, -2, -3. So I remember we did something like this, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that returns 0 too. So we gotta fix it. So this is correct. Yeah, I remembered it to be like something colon, but I didn't remember the proper syntax. So this is like the full colon thing comes after that. Okay. So it's called len. What? Ah, okay. Yeah, that accepts one parameter as the input. So it's len into that. So this is the one. Yeah. I forget it all the time. I make a mistake because in JavaScript it's called dot length, so not the full thing. In the Python it's like a function, and then you pass the value to it, which is kind of crazy. It's more like a property. I don't know why they did that, but they did it poorly. So what do they want? Us to remove the fifth element. So we want to remove the fifth element. We want to pop it, and the fifth element is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So which of the following would create a range object that starts at 3 and goes up to 15? So we got to start at 3. I know that the top one would be 15, and with the increments of 4. So we'll just quickly Python range, and we'll just find out. So see, you click on that and it will give you all these 3 parameters, and we'll fix that and we'll come back here. So start, stop, and step. So start, stop, and step. Start at 3, stop at 15, start at 3, stop at 15. This is the one. There we go. And now, which of the following lines of code would slice the list B, C from my list? Okay, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So that should do it, if I'm not mistaken. No, because it says C has next to, okay, 1, 3, because the top range is like the, yeah. I still don't know. So we need to practice these things. As you know that we have to practice these things. We haven't yet studied that. So we are testing our knowledge before we go back in and study that. So we haven't studied that, and we are just testing, and we know exactly where we are weak, and then we'll go fix that. So this is like the reverse psychology. Which of the following would be generated by the code snippet? Print my list 2 and 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so it will start at 0, 1, 2. So it will start at C, and maybe it will go up to F, if I'm not mistaken. What the hell? I keep forgetting it. The last one doesn't count. The last one doesn't count. So it's like from 2 to 5. This confuses the hell out of me. It happens all the time. Okay. And I need to remember that because it's different with all the languages. That's why you need to just focus on one language. People keep asking me that, I know this and that language, but I mean, you got to be productive in one. So you got to remember and practice one more than the other. Otherwise, this thing will happen to you. What's happening to me right now. So we'll insert Gus as the middle of the element of the friends. This is the popular TV show Friends. So these are all the friends, and they want Gus in here. So 0, 1, 2. Friends dot insert, and they want 0, -1, -2, -3. So I think this is it. Oh, so if it's not that 0, 1, 2, so it should be which should be correct. -2, -1, -2 makes no sense at all. Makes no sense at all. Why would it be -2? Okay, we'll see it next time. Why is that? Range is like, so we remember like the first one is start, the second one is stop, and the third one is step. Start, stop, step. Start, start, stop, start, stop, step. So it should end at 14, but after 2, then comes 6, and then comes 10, but 14 is not included. So I think this is the one. Oh yeah, finally, I get it. And complete the code to insert buffalo into a list called animals as the fourth element. So this is called elements. We do insert, we do as a fourth element. So it has to be 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And buffalo. Yeah, I think we should be good. Yay. And that's that, my friends. We scored only 58% because we put the cart before the horse. We tried to do it before we even learned it. So that was supposed to be happening to us, which is perfectly okay. It's a part of the process. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll be doing 2 languages for backend. One is JavaScript and the other one is Python. But so let's see what happens. So this was it for today. Thank you, every one of you, for joining. I'll be talking to my friend Ahmed. He has a bigger audience, so he will be introducing me to his audience, and a lot of guys will be joining us in the next sessions, like hundreds and thousands of them. So that's going to be amazing. Thank you so much. Goodbye.